Welcome back to your high school sports. I'm on the line now with head coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones, Coach Shawn Witten. Coach, first and foremost, I'd like to congratulate you on and your team on making it back to the state championships. It's got to be a wonderful feeling for you and your team.
Yes, sir. And just the way that we punched our ticket to the state championship game, played a flawless semifinal game, 300 miles away down in Nolensville. So it was a great game for us to play this complete game. We scored on 8 consecutive possessions. You go into a semifinal game and don't even have to punt. We were able to kind of keep a 2-score lead and give ourselves some cushion. Really playing our best game of the year by far. Just the execution and the focus and ability to make that travel that far distance really makes me excited to be going to Cookville this weekend.
We talked earlier in the season, coaching, right when I think nobody knew what was going on with the COVID, and you were very, very positive about your team. You had a lot of returning players, and you said that they needed to keep their heads on. It sounds like they really did. You and your coaches really did a great job this season. Give us some key points on this season.
Well, I think, players win football games for sure, and I think once we got back together, we realized how important the relationships was going to be with our players, just to give them any access and any avenue to be successful. And I think that, the time that we spent apart, when we came together, we had to cherish each one of every relationship on our team, and, I think it was one of the winning edges for us was we had to adapt guys' roles, and the quicker we can adapt guys' roles, the better off we're going to be. Now, sometimes that becomes tough because kids have to be able to accept those roles early on. But, everybody can't be a star player. Everybody's got to be able to play their role. And we got an experienced football team that with guys that have done that all year, and I think that, they focus on their task at hand. They've done a great job of getting better. And we tried to allow guys to take a role in this football team, and I think when you're defending state champs, you got a lot of kids out for football, and I think the biggest thing we can do was allow each one of them to be a part of it. So if you take a young man and put him on 2 special teams instead of 4, you're going to get more people involved, you're going to get more people engaged, and especially when you go to practice Monday through Thursday. So I think we've done a great job of trying to include everybody on our team this season, give them a role and an opportunity to feel it, like they have a part of it, not allow that it just comes down to a half dozen or a dozen kids making all the plays. So one great thing about, coming in this season, we were an experienced football team. We only lost 11 seniors. Anytime we were doing some key guys at some valuable positions with some great leadership, that always helps. And I think we've matured and done a great job of limiting the distractions throughout the course of the season.
Now, you play Saturday morning at 11 a.m. You play a Haywood team coming into this championship 10-3. Talk about Haywood and their season.
Well, I've said this multiple times. I mean, this is the granddaddy of them all. I mean, Haywood is the cream of the crop. I mean, we've met our match here at game number 30 for us. I mean, it's just a very athletic team. Got tons of talent. Chris Smith takes over Haywood last year. The team was in the state championship in 2018. They've been to 4 straight semifinal appearances. They're really good at what they do. They're really tough. They got size. They got speed. The thing with the Haywood that bothers you the most, Roddy, is you can do everything right. You can be in perfect position, and they can still make the play on you. So the game is never over with Haywood. They got a lot of great speed, athleticism that's going to get the ball on the boundary. They do a great job giving the guys the space. They're going to do a lot of misdirection plays. They're also going to come right at you. A quarterback is really savvy with his feet, and he throws the deep ball really well. But he also can make plays with his feet, extend plays. So It's this football team that lost 2 games early on. They missed 4 games with COVID. They've got a 5-game win streak here to get themselves in the state championship game. So I'm sure they're using a lot of motivation this week, playing a team that was number 1 all year season, playing the defending champs, playing a team that's got 2 Mr. Football finalists, and then also a team that's got a 29-game win streak. So I'm sure they're using the underdog approach and the motto of, they got nothing to lose. So we're definitely going to play a really good football team Saturday morning, and hopefully our guys can come out on top.
Last question, Coach. What does Elizabethton have to do to win this state championship game?
Well, I think that the team that can settle down the quickest and get in the rhythm of doing what they do. I think that obviously there's going to be a lot of excitement in the first game Saturday morning. 3 games, and there's going to be a lot of nervous energy and a great adrenaline. I think the team that can settle down and just play the quickest is going to have a chance to be successful early on. And I think for us, it just goes back to whenever we get in big football games, Roddy, you got to just be comfortable in executing the plays that you know how to do best. And I think that a lot of times you get to this point and you try to overthink it and think you got to do things you're not accustomed to, but ultimately you got to be able to be comfortable in the situations that's gotten you here, rally behind the people that's gotten you to this point, play to your team's strengths, and just do a great job of executing and focus. So I think number 1 for us, you just got to settle down and play, and then number 2, you got to rely on what's gotten you to this point.
Hey, Coach, last question here. I thought that was how will you travel down Saturday morning, or will you go down on Friday?
Yeah, I think there's an old wise tale of, you sleep better in your own bed. Our guys do a great job of our all-season program and summer program and even our in-season weight program this year, even with on a hybrid schedule and a little bit of virtual. Our guys do a lot of things in the morning. We lift weights twice a week in the morning at 6:30. In the summer and off season, we do everything at 6:30 in the morning. We're just fortunate enough that over the last 2 years, we've taken that path, and so we're going to head down the morning up. Last week we made a 4.5-hour trip to Owensville, played pretty good, got off the bus and just played, and I think that'll be the best opportunity for us to have a successful game plan Saturday morning.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking your time this morning to talk to us here on Your High School Sports, and we wish you all the best come Saturday morning. We've been talking to
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
We've been talking to head coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones, Coach Shawn Witten, and his team take on the Haywood this Saturday in the state championship game.